This is the Pakistan International from Taif and second year. So in the previous lecture we completed the components of complexes, and I told you in the previous lecture that inshallah I will start the nomenclature of the complex compounds. So chapter number 14, grade 12, second year, complexes. So nomenclature we start today. Nomenclature of complex compounds. Nomenclature of complex compounds. How we give the names. So the first point is that order of ions. Order of ions. So dear students, when you have a structure of complex and you want to give the name, if you want to give the name of the complex, then the first point is that order of the ions. Cash ions are named first and then anion ions. Cash ions are named first, then you have to give for the anions. Just like example, you have example which is given. There are many examples always covered inshallah. So potassium 4 square bracket, iron small bracket, cyanide 6 small bracket over, then square bracket over. So dear students, outside the square bracket, this is the alkali metal, and this alkali metal is cash iron. So according to first point, order of ions, cash ion, positive ion first. So I must write potassium. I must write first potassium. This is the first rule. If this is not present, no need of writing this. Maybe not present in the complex, no write, no need. Okay. In naming, suppose same point, yes. So square bracket, copper, small bracket, ammonia, small bracket over, 4 square bracket over, then sulfate. Yes. So in this complex there is no alkali metal ion. So we don't write. Don't put here nothing. No one is there. So this is in the last. There is an ion last after the square bracket. In the last, maybe chloride is, maybe sulfate is there. So we write in the last this. We write this anion sulfate in the last. So we will call this complex, then we write for the sulfate in the last. So this is the first rule. Second, I will complete this name. Number 2. Number 2 is naming ligand or ligand. Naming, how we give the names. There are different ligands are present inside the square bracket. So the A rule number A, A rule is the ligands which are negatively charged, So students, you have to put O in the last. O, not zero. O. Just like if there is a fluoride, we write fluoro. We write chloro. We write iodo. We write hydroxo. We write carbonato. We put O. Aceto, oxalato, cyano. We put O in the anions negatively charged ligands. This is the point number A for the 2. B. Point number B. In the point number B, we have neutral. We have neutral ligands. Just like water is a neutral ligand, ammonia is a neutral ligand, carbonine is a neutral ligand. They are neutral ligand. So their name is not changed. Water, aqua, amine, carbonine. Don't change them. As it is. This is the B for 2. C. Positively charged. Positively charged ligands. In the last, we use IUM. Just like this particle. This is the hydrazinium. Hydrazinium. NO positive. We call nitrosilium. Nitrosilium. Ammonium. Ammonium. So these are the positive ligands. So if the positive ligands appear as ligands, this is the negative, we write cyano. This is the neutral, we write amine. If the hydrazinium, if nitrosilium, if ammonium is positive, we use IUM. So these are the 3 sub rules for the 2 according to the name of the ligands. Okay, I will write again the name. I will write complete and give the name according to the rule. Let me finish first rules. Number 3. Number 3 is order of the ligands. Order of ligands. All the ligands are arranged arranged alphabetically. All the ligands are arranged alphabetically. According to A, B, C alphabetically. These are going to be arranged alphabetically. We arrange them without any preference order. Alphabetically, A, B, C. The numerical prefixes, if there are 2, just like if there are 6, hexa. If there are 2, we call di. If there are 3, we call tri. If there are 4, they are called tetra. If there are 6, we call hexa. Prefixes. Yes. Then there is another rule, number 5. This is rule number 4. I told you this one. In order to indicate more than one ligands, then I told you 2 for di, 3 for tri, 4 for tetra. This is simple. Number 5. Termination of name of metal. Termination of name of metal. So students, this is a very important, and most students they mistake. If the complex ion is negatively charged, this is the complex ion. This is the complex ion. In the previous lecture, I told you there are 3 kinds of complexes. Maybe anion, maybe cash ion, maybe neutral. So if the complex ions are negative, suppose cyanide is -1 multiplied by 6, -6 and +2, so this is a -4, this is a negative complex ion. So according to this rule, if the complex ion is negatively charged, the name of metal, we write ATE in the last. In the metal, we write ATE, just like iron, we write ferret. We write ferret. Copper, cuprate, cobaltate, proteinate. We use 8 in the last. Condition is on the complex ion, there should be negative charge. This is the point number 5 written here. Now number 6. Number 6 is oxidation number. Oxidation number of metal ion. Oxidation number of metal ion. So if this is the complex compound, yesterday also in the previous lecture I told you, in the previous lecture, this one is alkali metal which has a +1 charge multiplied by 4, +4. Cyanide is -1 multiplied by 6, -6. This whole should be neutral, so iron should be +2. So this iron is a +2. +2 on the iron and -1 on the ligand. So -1 multiplied by 6, -6 and +2 you will get a -4. So this is a charge on metal ion. Metal ion is a 2 and the complex 7. More than one polydentate ligands. These all rules are for the monodentate ligands. The ligands which have only one electron pair donatable. Fluoride, chloride, bromide, ammonia, water, like this one. Cyanide, they have a one electron pair donatable. If two electron donatable, 3 hex, we done in the previous topic. If the polydentate ligands are there in order to indicate the numbers, so if there are 2 outside the bracket, we don't write 2, we write bis. If there are 3, we write tris. If there are 4, we write tetrakis. Bis for 2, tris for 3, tetrakis for 4. The condition is when you are using polydentate ligands, means the ligands which have more than one electron pair donatable. It means that when you have examples already we done, EDTA, the hexadenate, and there is a carbonate, sulfate, oxalate, hydrazine, and there are many also diethylamine and EDT. They have more than one donatable electron pairs. So students, that is why you have to use this one. Now, if we are going to apply all these rules, so I can name the complex. Suppose this is the example. First rule was if there is a positive, so I write this one potassium. Potassium. Now in the bracket, this is the coordination sphere. There is a metal ion or atom and there is a ligand. So after writing this, you must write the ligand. Then the numbers for the ligand. And how many? This is a monodentate ligand. You should remember, monodentate ligand. So there are 6. So I write hexa. And this is the negative ligand, negative. So cyanide is changed into cyano. Potassium hexacyano. Then on the complex there is a negative charge. So this metal ion must be in the end 8. So ferrate. After ending the metal ion, you must write oxidation number of metal, not the complex. Oxidation number of metal ion. Oxidation number of metal ion. So oxidation number of metal ion is 2, must write in the Roman letters. Roman. Like this. So according to IUPAC, the name of this complex is potassium hexacyanoferrate 2. See the book. Potassium hexacyanoferrate 2. If like this, like this one. So this is the positive potassium. Potassium hexacyano. Hexacyano ferrate, and see the oxidation number of metal. So this potassium is positive 1 multiplied by 3, positive 3. Cyanide is at negative 1 multiplied by 6, negative 6 whole should be neutral. So minus 1 multiplied by 6, minus 6 plus 3, and plus 3 is plus 6. So that's why the oxidation number of iron is here 3. So this is a potassium hexacyanoferrate 3. Potassium hexacyanoferrate 3 written here. Like this one. So in this case, sodium is plus 1, alkali metal. Carbonide is neutral. Carbonide is a neutral, so manganese in this case is a negative 1. This is a special case and you must remember, because this complex should be neutral. This complex must be neutral. So the name will be sodium. Sodium 5 penta carbonide, sodium penta carbonide manganate minus 1. Sodium pentacarbonyl manganate minus 1. The oxidation number of manganese is minus 1. That's why you write manganate minus 1. So these all are the complexes which has negative ions. Because this neutral will be negative here. This is a neutral. If I remove, it must be negative here. So these are all negative ions. In the negative ions, the ligand must be in ATE, 8. So I will give you the example of some positive charge complexes, positive charge complexes. Just like chromium, water, and others. So here there is no positive here. So this negative should be in the end. So according to rule, if there is no positive, then I must write the name of the ligand, and this is a neutral ligand. Water. So I write hexa, aqua, hexa aqua, water 6. This is a neutral. Don't put ATE, because if I remove here, this is a negative 1 multiplied by 3, negative 3. So chlorine should be positive 3. On the whole complex, there should be positive 3. On the whole complex, this is a positive 3. So this is the positive complex. So there should be no change. So I write hexa aqua. Then chromium. Then after writing the transition radical ion, put its oxidation number 3. Hexa, aqua, chromium 3, last anion, chloride. Hexa, aqua, chromium 3, chloride C. Hexa, aqua, chromium 3, chloride is the name of the complex. See this one, there is no positive here. So in the bracket, the negative ligand first. Negative ligand first, if you see the name. If you see the name, you can see chlorine, and there is also this is the bidentate ligand, ethylene diamine. En is the short form of ethylene diamine. So this is a negative, there are two. So we write dichloro, and the rule I told you, if it is polydentate ligand, I don't put two, I put bis, dichloro, bis, ethylene, ethylene diamine, bis, dichloro, ethylene diamine, cobalt. This is a neutral. Ethylene diamine is neutral. Chlorine is the negative one. This chlorine is the negative one. There are two chlorine. So there are three. It must be three. So cobalt 3, and the last chloride. So students, the name, if you see, dichlorobis, ethylene diamine, cobalt 3 chloride. So how I am again explaining that this is the negative anion ligand. So when you write the name, must write first anion ligand first. There are two chlorine in a bracket. So this is a ligand, dichloro. This is a neutral ligand, but it is a polydentate ligand. Ethylene diamine, short form of ethylene diamine. There are two, so it should be bis. So bis ethylene diamine. Dichloro bis ethylene diamine, cobalt, oxidation number of cobalt is 3, so cobalt 3, and the last in the outside there is a anion, so I write chloride. So you must write this dichloro bis ethylene diamine, cobalt 3 chloride. So dear students, here is the nomenclature of the negative, if there are negative ligands and if there are positive ligands. And there is one example here which is neutral. It has a no charge. I already told you here. So this is this carbonyl is a neutral and monodentate ligand. So it has 4. No is here, no is here. We're starting from here. This will be tetra carbonyl, and this nickel atom, not iron, mind it. This is a nickel and no charge on the whole 0. Here are the zeros. Tetracarbonyl nickel 0. If you see your book written tetracarbonyl nickel 0. There's one thing, if there are more than one ligands are there, as you done in the previous there is here platinum, chlorine, nitro, amine, bracket over sulfate. So see here, there is no positive here. This is central metal atom, one ligand, second ligand, third ligand. There are three ligands. Bracket over, then